everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dana, aka Blonde Announced here on YouTube, and today I have a very exciting but unexpected video planned for us this week. So at night when I should be sleeping, I just, aimlessly am scrolling my social media apps, and my social media has just been flooded with everything Wicked. Post after post of all these incredible outfits, all the pink, all the green, and it's just been so fun to see so many people be so excited about a movie. I feel like that's something that's kind of died in recent, is we don't get really excited about movies anymore. At least I don't. I can't even remember the last time I saw a movie in theater, and I can honestly say this is something I am excited for. So as a content creator who gets a lot of their inspiration and ideas from what's going on in the world around me, I thought what better project for this week than to make a Wicked sweater, since the movie is coming out on the 22nd real soon here. So that is what we're going to be doing today. I am going to be crocheting a sweater inspired by the Wicked movie and play. I thought it was really important to marry the two together and create something really beautiful using both the old play and the new movie inspiration. As a little girl, I did get to see Wicked on Broadway, and it was really truly an incredible experience that I wish everyone got the opportunity and chance to see, because it is really quite a production. And so I thought, how could we have a Wicked sweater without including the original play version of it? For this sweater, we are going to be working with a lot of crochet tapestry techniques. As you guys know, if you've been here a while, I do a lot of tapestry, and it is one of my favorite forms of crochet. So I'm going to walk you through my design phase on how I'm going to be constructing these pieces. But just to give you a brief overview, I'm going to make the back of the sweater the original Wicked playbill. I feel like this is just the most iconic photo, and even if you haven't seen Wicked, you know this picture is Wicked. We cannot make something Wicked without this. So this is going to be the back of the sweater. I just love how Glinda is whispering into Alphaba's ear, and just everything about this is just super iconic. So this is going to be the back, and then for the front, we're going to take inspiration from the logo and new design of the Wicked font. I love everything about this. I love how they split the pink and the green. I love the font text they use, and I just thought it was absolutely perfect. So this is going to be our front of our sweater, and then we're going to do the original playbill on the back, and just really kind of have a way to bring both of these pieces together and create something really incredible. I really want to play around a little bit with the pink and green split, so I will talk to you more about how we're going to do that later. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a super brief overview of what I am planning on doing with this sweater. I am just so excited to get started. We don't have a lot of time, so we're going to hop right into it. But just so you know, I will try to include any patterns I use or inevitably probably have to make myself in the description box, in case this is something you want to try to recreate as well. I will probably be winging quite a bit of this, because that's kind of how these projects go. It's a lot of just winging it, hoping and praying for the best and seeing where we end up. But hopefully by combining both the old and the new, we can just really make it something incredible and make the Wicked production proud. That's our goal. So without further ado, let's just hop right into the video. I'm ready to get started with you guys and explain in more detail what we're going to be doing. So let's head over right into design. Hi guys, so we are ready to jump right into this Wicked project. I'm so excited to start creating this sweater, and I will confess, I did actually start this last night just because I really wanted to get a head start on it and make sure that what I was going to be doing was going to work. So there wasn't any Wicked tapestry graphs online that weren't blanket size, so I did have to recreate one myself. So I did do that, and then I just thought I better work this up and make sure the width is going to be okay and that everything's going to work out. So I will show you, before I explain really what I'm doing, I'll show you my progress on it so you can kind of get an idea of how it's going to be looking. And so far, honestly, so good. I'm pretty stoked about this. Actually, looking at it from afar now this morning, it's looking even cooler than it was last night. I was really a little worried about it, but you can see Glinda's over here. We have Alphaba over here, and yeah, so this is how it's going. In a perfect world, today we will get the rest of this back panel done. I am winging it. I'm really gonna go until I feel like it's long enough for my torso. So right now it's going to be, if I was sitting it about at my waist or so, I'm about, over halfway because it's kind of like right above my chest right here. So, you know, not too much more to go, but we're at least making good progress. And I wanted to have something to show you so you could kind of get an idea of what it's gonna look like. It's definitely very structured because it is a tapestry piece. Luckily not too much layering. So this is what our back is looking like right now, but I did just want to show you that so you kind of had an idea of where we were going. And like I said, I really needed to get a head start. So in case it wasn't gonna work out, I had time to kind of revamp it before I invested all this time in explaining something to you and then having to redo it. So that is good. I wanted to show you too, just really funny how I plan my projects when they're in my head. So this idea, like I had mentioned, came to me in like the middle of the night. So I wanted to jot it down really quick before I had forgot it. And I just literally draw it in my notes like this. This is literally my template that I'm working off of. So that is, you know, my very unprofessional way of doing stuff, but it does work for me. It gives me a good idea of what I was going for. So the only big edit I'm going to make to this picture is that I do have right now, the whole front piece of the sweater is black and then just the cuffs are the colors to match. So either green or pink. But I think now, just to make it a little more fun and interesting, I might do the entire sleeve in pink and the entire sleeve in green. It'd be kind of fun to have like a color blocking element to it. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about doing that is because this side of the witch is not pink, she's white instead of pink. So I don't know if that would look weird with the sleeve because this will flow just very nicely with the green, but on this side, I don't know. So we'll see. Either way, we'll come to a conclusion. Obviously, I also have to just decide how much black I want on this project. I feel like it could be more wearable if I did an all black sleeve with just a colored cuff, but am I going for wearable or am I going for fun? I'm gonna keep working on this now with you guys. We're gonna do the front panel with the new Wicked logo that I thought was really awesome. I've got my fingers crossed that I will find a pattern for that when that time comes because I really don't want to have to create another pattern. That just sounds really annoying to me. So I'm just gonna pull this one I have back up and keep working from it. It was quite a bit of work getting it to be the correct size I needed it to be, but I really just kind of used a blanket graph that someone had and I just cropped it and cut it and took pieces out and put chunks in, and I just really mishmashed it together. But you know, we are still in a good place and I'm very happy now that, especially looking at it with you guys, with the outcome of it. So let's just keep working on this. Hopefully, like I said, get this done within the next couple hours. We really only have an interesting part left, is kind of Glinda's eye. But like I said, I'll keep you updated, let you know when we finish that side, and then fingers crossed we can get right onto the front side. I'm going to also be doing double crochets up the front until I need to get to the part where I need to put the Wicked tapestry piece on. I'll explain that more as we go, but that way I'll hopefully have to work up less because single crochet takes a long time to work up. And I'm making this sweater, I think, a little bit oversized. I don't really know yet, but yeah, we'll see. So, okay, blah, 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 enough. Here we go. Let's just get right back into crocheting and working up this back panel. Okay, so believe it or not, it's actually 4:30. It's pitch black out and it's freezing cold. So I put on a hoodie over my outfit today and then I have a blanket. So I'm like all bundled up, but I think I'm going to call it quits at this point in the tapestry back panel for now. I feel like this is gonna be pretty much long enough. Plus we're gonna do a bottom ribbing. So I think this will be okay. I'm ready to start working the front to see how long that is. And then when I pin these together, I can adjust the length if need be, but somehow I feel like this is gonna be good enough. But anyway, here is what it looks like. Hopefully it looks very similar to the playbill, or you at least get the same idea. I think it does give the same look. I love Glinda's eye. I love Alphaba's lipstick. I just think it came out really cute. So I am going to cut my ties here for a little bit, like I said, and I'm just going to start working the front panel now. I will just be chaining out as many chains as I have here, which I don't remember. I think it came to like 70 something chains, something like that. Chain out 70 something. I will double crochet up until the point where I want to start the Wicked part of the tapestry, and then I will just switch to single crochet and get that all worked up. Hopefully that won't take too long. I'm gonna look now to see if I can find a little like alpha graph online or something I can use just to make it a lot easier on myself and not have to make one myself. I will catch up with you once I have a little bit of an update there. I plan on staying up late tonight, so we should make some pretty good progress on this, honestly. Off we go. It feels like it's like midnight, but we're gonna keep going. It's plenty early enough in the day. Okay, another update. I have some of the wicked part for the front of the sweater all worked up. I'm taking a very unconventional approach to this because I didn't know how large this was going to be once it was all finished. So I'm making the panel of the wicked part first, and that way I can line it up exactly on the sweater where I want it to be. So I'm doing this part first. This is my second time working this. I tried it originally just doing the outline of the word wicked with the different colors, splitting it in half, and you just couldn't tell what it was saying. So I pulled it all back, recalculated, and here we go. We have this so far. So after I finish up this part, I can then add on the bottom of the panel till however long I need that length, and then I'll just work the top normal until I get to a good length at my shoulders. I'll show you that as we go too, but yeah, right now it's just working this, and this is looking really good. You can definitely tell what it says, even though it's only about halfway finished. Happy I pulled it back and trusted my instinct. A lot of the time I'll just go through with it and hope for the best, and then I end up having to redo a lot more work. So this was a lot better of an idea, but yeah, it's about 10:30 right now, so it took me a long time to pull back all those stitches and then recalculate the pattern and refit it to this. So here's where we're at. I'm gonna keep working probably a little bit off camera now for the rest of the night because I wanna go change out of those clothes and put my PJs on and stuff. So I think I'll work the rest off camera for the night, and then we will catch up in the morning, and hopefully I'll have a little bit more to show you and we can start kind of seeing the end result come together a little bit more. But that was our whole day's worth of progress. It's definitely not as much as I wanted to get done today, but it is at least something, so I'm happy with that. That's it for right now. I will catch you in the morning. Hi guys, welcome back. It is a new day today, and it is pitch black outside again. What are the odds? But we are working up the project and we are making good progress. This morning I got up and put the top neckline on. Like I told you, this is a very unconventional way to do this. Let me show you what we're working with. So this is the front panel now, but here's where we shaped out for the neckline a little bit. Basically all I did, I went to what I felt like was a good part in the project and then started decreasing until this is where my shoulders are gonna be, I think. Again, guys, this is all completely just me winging it, so bear with me. But yeah, this is what we're working with right now. I'm a little bit concerned about this. I think though that this will be okay in the long run. So now my next plan is actually to take the back panel of the sweater here. Perfect. And basically I'm going to flip this around the other way and seam these two together so I can see when it's on how long this is going to be against my back, and then basically how much longer I need to work the project, because when I have this folded onto my shoulders, obviously it's going to be about in half. And so I'll still have quite a bit of ways to go to work the rest of this. You know, this is just the top part. So I will attach actually to where I chained up my beginning chain. I'm just gonna go into it upside down. So I'll start this way and I will just work it back and forth until it's the length I want it to be. I know that sounds super weird and probably something you may not have done before. I've done it once or twice. It's not ideal, but for this project, to get this to where I wanted it to be and make sure the project is the right length, that is the plan for that. I'm just basically gonna do that now so that I can see where it's gonna lie on me, and I will give you a little preview of what that looks like. And then basically, like I said, I'm just gonna be working double crochet all the way down until I reach a good length. I think too, even though I use double crochet after the tapestry portion, I don't think you can really tell all that much, especially it being on black yarn. That was kind of our saving grace for this project. So it's working up well. I'm kind of contemplating doing a different kind of neckline. I might do like one of those fold over like collar looking almost things instead of like a true ribbed collar, because I don't want it to feel like it's choking me. So we'll see. Again, I just think of things as I go, and this is, like I said, the definition of just winging it. So that's where we're at right now, but the Wicked part looks awesome, and the back panel too. Honestly, I'm really quite happy with it. So let me connect those. I'll give you a little preview, and then we can attach it and finally start those sleeves. By the way, I think the sleeves, I still kind of plan on doing an all black sleeve with then the different color cuff. So let's see what we think, but I just feel like it's gonna be a little more wearable, and I'm putting this much work into it. I should probably wear it a little bit, right? Okay, that's the plan. As of now, good morning, new day. Hopefully tomorrow when we work on this, we have some sun. Tomorrow's also our last day of working on it. Tomorrow is Saturday, so we gotta really crank into gear here and stay up late again tonight and work on this. I think I finished this at about 11:45 last night, something like that. So, all right, back to work, here we go. Okay guys, I wanted to do some voiceover stuff so I could explain what I'm doing while I'm working, but this is just me seaming together the front and back panel. As you can see, I am slip stitching them together. I honestly prefer this method to doing a mattress stitch. I just feel like it's a little bit more secure and it holds it a little more snug, and I think I have less gapping when I do it this way, so I definitely prefer a slip stitch method, but you could also just mattress stitch these together if you choose. And this is me trying it on after I seamed them together. I was very happy with everything but the neckline. You can see it's funky and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do about this? But this is the back too. I was super happy with the length. I was glad I didn't have to add anything, and yeah, this is me being very pleased. So this was it before I added the double crochet bottom to the rest of the sweater, and this is it after. Yay! So happy with the length, so happy with the way it was looking, and I was like, okay, perfect, time for bed. So in the morning I got up and I wanted to show you how I seamed the sweater together on the sides. I just left enough room for my armpits basically, and however big you want that, just make sure you leave yourself enough room. And it was time to work these horrid sleeves. Oh my goodness, did these take me forever because they were all black and just double crochet. It was so boring. I think in a perfect world, if I had more time, I would have loved to work one of Glinda's sleeves, a butterfly or something, and I would have loved to do Elphaba's with a flying monkey, only I don't know if that'd be possible. And this is me really contemplating if I should have just made it short sleeve, and I'm like, should I change the video? Oh, I don't know. What do I do? What do I do? And I just decided, no, I'm gonna persist and finish this. So here is me trying to finish this up. Like I said, in a perfect world, I would have done some really cool sleeves, but I just didn't have the time, and I think it's okay. Finally finished that. Woohoo! You can take that black yarn and you can kick it to the curb, girl. Well, if you can actually believe it, we finally finished those sleeves. That literally felt like it took 2 lifetimes to do, because there is something that is just so boring about doing a sleeve, especially when it's something just like double crochet and it's all in black. It's just the worst. But anyway, we are finally done with the sleeves, which I'm so happy about because that means we are really getting down to the wire here. So now we're finally done with black yarn. Thank goodness. Our next plan of attack is to just start putting all of the finishing touches on here, as in the ribbing, and figure out our collar. I'm still definitely leaning towards doing a more jersey collar. I don't actually know the exact name for it. I'm kind of blanking, but it's like a fold over collar. So I'm thinking that's what we're gonna do, especially because we kind of have this interesting neckline I accidentally created. I didn't mean for it to be so V-like, but I think now that it is, this will be a good way to combat that a little bit and make it look really nice. Other than that, on the bottom here, we are just going to do the ribbing half and half. So half of it pink, and then right when we get to the center of that C, we're gonna do this half in green, and I'm gonna cinch the bottom a little bit. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chain 11. That is going to be 10 half double crochets and then 1 for my turning chain. I'm gonna do 10 half double crochets. Then I'm going to cinch it by slip stitching into 2 or 3, depending on how tight I want it, more of the next stitches, and then working up 10 half double crochets in the back loop. Going to repeat that process all the way through the entire bottom border, and as well as for the sleeves, because you can see that they are pretty big at the ends and we want a nice cinched cuff such as this one. That's the plan, and then we will work this collar neckline last. I have done a collar like this before, but it has been a while, so I will have to play around with it just a little bit, and then we're actually going to be done with this, which I just am so excited for. Really hoping that this will only take me the rest of the afternoon. So I'm going to get started on these. Remember, pink side is going to be all pink and all green. Just excited to not work with black yarn anymore, to be honest. But I think I'll start on the little arm cuffs first because it will be the quickest, and then we'll do the bottom ribbing and so on and so forth. But that's the update for now. Super pleased with how it's turning out. And yeah, I can't get over the front. Honestly, I'm surprised to say that I like the front more than the back. Let me know what your thoughts are so far, but I'm definitely loving the way it's looking. So, okay, that's our update for right now. I wanted to keep this part in here, guys, because I wanted you to see that it doesn't always work out for me the first time when I do this. I worked this first sleeve up, like I said, with half double crochet, and I worked it with a 5mm hook, and it was just way too big. You can see, look how huge that sleeve was. So I frogged it and I started from square one. I decided to go in with a smaller hook. This is a 4.25, and I just used single crochets instead of half double just to cinch the sleeve in even more, and that came out much better. Look at the difference. Like, it's so much better than the old one. Super happy. Did the same thing on the pink sleeve, and then I had two gorgeous sleeves. Then I got my 5mm hook back, and I decided to work the bottom border ribbing with the 5mm hook, and this one worked fine with half double crochet. It was the perfect amount of cinch. I didn't want it too tight, and yeah, I just worked it till I was halfway. I attached that new green yarn and continued to work. This actually didn't take me that long, surprisingly. To be exact, it took me the entire Cinderella 3 movie. I put that on, and when that movie ended, I was literally fastening off for this, so it was the perfect amount of time. And yeah, I just think it was the perfect finishing touch for this piece. Both sleeves now are done, and like I said, I ended up doing those a little bit differently, and then I have the bottom ribbing down here done. It looks really cute with the wicked thing. I like it. I'm definitely happy we did not end up doing a full pink sleeve because I barely like it against this. Where it's split like that, but it is fine. I think it still looks good, but I was just thinking, like, as I was putting this on, I'm so happy this sleeve is not pink. So just wanted to show you that really quick. But yeah, so now for this last part, because hopefully you can see in this lighting here, we have this very weird divot here. I didn't really know how to go about working with this. So what we're gonna do is just go all the way around the collar and put one double crochet into each stitch. My first round I'm going to do in black because I need to create some kind of a border, because we just have these, oh gosh, it's so hard to pick up black yarn. We have these really rough edges here and they're not going to look nice. So my first round is going to be in all black, and then I will go around for, gosh, I don't know how many rows, maybe 5 or 6 to make a collar, and I'm just going to do single crochets all the way around. Super basic, but this way it'll fold over and it'll create that little triangular look, I think, if I remember how I did it last time. But yeah, I really did end up making a super funky neckline completely unintentionally. It was supposed to be crew neck, and if it was, then we could have just, you know, mimicked this border here. I just don't think that's gonna work. So this side's gonna be pink, and then when I get to the center here, I will switch to green and do this side in green the same way that we did the ribbing here. And I just switched it when I was on the inside here because I didn't want to have it on this side where, I don't know, I feel like when you color change on the edge of the ribbing, it tends to like have a weird divot and stuff. So this part I couldn't help it, but I did try my best to just have it color change at the top here at the base, and then that way it has a really nice flat line here, and it just looks like it was supposed to be that way and not like I cut off yarn and put new yarn on. So I just wanted to show you that really quickly. Other than that, yeah, really happy with this, and it does line up perfectly in the center, so that's nice. Okay, wish me luck with this. Hopefully we don't have to tweak this into anything else, because then we're officially finally done. It's Saturday night. Let's get started on that, and I will let you know how that is working out. I was super nervous to work this collar. I did not think this was gonna work out, and I was really worried, like, what am I gonna do do with this funky neckline, but I will say doing this first round of black, I think really helped. It looks super clean on the sides and not jagged at all. You would have never known this was unintentional, I think. And then I just did the same thing I did at the bottom of this sweater by breaking it in half color-wise to do that split look. And I just worked single crochets for as many rounds as I needed. And it's so simple and really gives such a different look to a sweater. So I highly recommend trying it. Okay, so I came in here to show you the finished collar. I just obviously popped this on, but I think this looks really good. Let me know what you think. This is, I know because I just did it. It's 11 rows of just regular single crochet, and look how it lays. It lays so cute, and it totally lays like a little preppy kind of sweater, like that varsity look. But yeah, I really like it. So another thing I noticed is that when the sleeves are not like stretched, they kind of just lie at almost a 3/4 length. I'm sorry about the bathroom mirror, it's kind of gross right now, but I actually like it. Like, it kind of looks cute and it looks purposeful, which is the most important part. I'm not going to block this actually, I don't think, because I don't want the sleeves to extend much. I'm just gonna leave in all my ends. I am going to iron press this down so it does stay down. I am also worried that if I steam block it, it will relax too much in the tapestry part and it might make it look a little wonky. So we're going to not block it, which is very rare for me, but I think it's something that will be a good idea for this project. And it's basically almost done, except for I have probably 6 hours worth of ends to weave in. But yeah, I'm really excited. I have a really fun makeup look planned for this, so I'm so excited to see you guys in the morning and in the final reveal to really show you what this all looks like. But yeah, I can't believe we got this done in just a couple days. I think it looks so good. I'm gonna just weave in all the ends and get this all ready for you guys, and I will see you in the reveal in the morning. Well guys, I cannot believe we did it. The sweater is completely finished and honestly, I just love it. I did think really quick we could go over some final thoughts before I end this video, but I just want to talk about a couple things about the project. So first being that, how do we like this makeup? The one pink and one green eye. I thought that was super fun. I also had these amazing rings that were my grandmother's rings, and one just happens to be black and one is white. So I thought I'd wear them today and really kind of like play into the whole good witch, bad witch situation. So yeah, I just really, I couldn't be more happy with this project. Even with all the different things we've done that I don't usually do. Like I said, this collar is something I don't typically gravitate towards, but I will say I just love it. It really helps me feel like I can still breathe. I can really start to feel choked in those ribbed collar necklines. So this is just really nice and open. It helped it breathe so much. It was like 65 or so when I was taking videos and pictures today. So it was just so nice to not feel like I was sweating. Also the 3/4 length sleeve, I'm really digging it. I feel like it just goes with this look so well. Like it was just meant to have a 3/4 length. So it really worked out for the best, I would say. The only critique I really have is as I was looking more last night at the logo of the Wicked, I don't know that they split it down the C. Realistically, I wish I did WIC in pink and then I did KED in green. I wish I would have split it directly down the center, but I loved the look of the half split on the letter. I feel like it just really helped, like, I don't know, add even more creativity into this project and really show like what you can do with crochet tapestry. Really, the options are just endless. That's why I just love crochet so much, because there's so much you can do with it. And of course, I love the back. You know, I love the two witches and I just think they looked so perfect. I'm still so glad I went with the black sleeve because this feels so loud, this whole sweater as a whole. So having just a little more black added made me feel a lot more comfortable and like I would actually maybe wear this out. So I definitely can see myself making sweaters in this kind of shape and formation more often now that I've done it. And I see how comfortable it is. Like I said, just something about the shorter sleeve and the collar really changed it for me. And I'm glad I did this because you know, you never know until you try something. I'm just really glad I did something new this week, and I can't believe we started this on realistically Wednesday night and it's Sunday and I got done last night. So proud of myself this week, to be honest. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear, first of all, if you're excited about the movie, I'd love to hear that. Secondly, even if you're not, let me know what you think about this, and let me know if you're going to be making one yourself. Like I said, I'll try to link those little graphs I used in my cut up version. So if you're bigger or smaller than me, you will have to adjust them a little bit, otherwise they might not be wide enough. You can size up and hook, and that'll give you a little bit of leadway, or size down if you need smaller. So just, you know, some precautions there, but at least it's something you can work off of and have somewhat of an idea of what you're doing. So let me know if you enjoyed this video. I would just love to hear from you. Although it was a challenging project to get done in this amount of time, I'm just so happy to have it done and be so happy with the outcome of it. It fits perfectly and I couldn't ask for better. So if you're new here, guys, don't forget to subscribe. I put out new videos every Monday and occasionally on Thursday, just not when I have big projects like this during the week, but I will be back with you next Thursday. So you'll be seeing a little more of me again. Don't forget to like this video, share this with your other Wicked friends or just crochet friends who maybe need some new clothes inspiration and to try something a little bit different. I will be seeing you guys, like I said, in Thursday's video, and then Monday I have another really exciting video plan that was supposed to be this week's video, so I gotta get started on that already. Other than that, thank you so much for letting me take up a little bit of your time here on the internet today. It was such a blast and I hope you enjoyed it. I will be seeing you in my next one. Bye!